It's a little cold out in the shop today, but guess what? We got parts. So let's see what came in the mail. All right. Should be 57 Chevy gas tank stuff to continue our In the Barn series here. Talk about reuse and packaging. Nice. Looks like the filler neck tube. Very cool. I'm going to take a guess that these are tank straps and probably the sending unit. Yeah, buddy. More packaging material. A whole ton of it. Bubbles.
My bubbles.
Yep, so we got the tank straps, and I'm gonna guess this is probably the sending unit. Tiny little gasket. Yeah, buddy. '57 Chevy sending unit. I like it. Then, you know what? Probably put that back in the box for now. Smart thing to do, huh? Then the last part should be a gas tank. eBay for the win here, folks. I know some of you resto guys are like, oh, what the hell are you ordering eBay parts for a 1957 Chevy Bel-air? Well, because I ordered eBay parts because it cost me a whopping $195 to get all this stuff versus other companies it would have cost around $300. Oh, there's the parts in the bottom. I can't get to them. Nice painted fuel tank. Oh yeah, and tank also came with a filler neck gasket and the sending unit gasket. Very nice. Sweet deal. Now we can put some stuff back together. All right. So I got the tank straps, and the sending unit off of a seller known as AM-Auto Parts on eBay. $100 for the tank. I think it was $30-something for the sending unit, and another $30 for the tank straps. Can't beat those prices. It would have cost me that much just to get the tank alone from Summit Racing, and this tank came with all the sending unit bolts, new sending unit gasket, and for the way the filler neck is designed on these guys, came with a new filler neck gasket. So pretty good bang for your buck, I'd say, and their seller rating was a 99.8% on eBay. Pretty hard to beat that. So sending unit gasket. The sending unit itself also came with a gasket, so 2 of those. This is the O-ring, which I'll show you guys. Goes on the filler neck for the way the filler neck slides into the fuel tank on these cars. Then we got all the little sending unit bolts. So I'll preemptively install the sending unit into the fuel tank before we get going on this deal. Kind of feed the float in, then the pickup. Finagle it all in there. Of course, just to realize that you got to put the gasket on first. That was brilliant.
That's brilliant, Harry. Brilliant!
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Just like, you know, when you forget to put you flare a brake line and forget to put the fitting on. I'm usually pretty good at doing that. So, it was just a trial run. That. It's like a puzzle. There we go. All right. Orientation wise, the fuel line does come out, as you've seen in the Series 1, to the left here from our viewpoint, or runs towards the passenger side of the car. So just make sure you got the sending unit orientated in the right position. Man, this is nice. I gotta admit, normally you get stuff like this and the threads are full of powder coat or paint. Nothing really wants to thread properly. I gotta admit, this is going together really nicely. The tanks, I think it's definitely painted, which I like. And then the sending unit is stainless, which is even better. All right. Sending unit's in the tank. Now I'm going to take a moment and just show you, because under the car it's going to be kind of hard to show you guys how this goes together because of where the filler neck runs over the frame rail. So I ordered the bottom half of the filler neck. Basically, what you're going to be looking at here is front of your tank, rear of your tank, rear of the car. The filler neck comes in from the side, kind of like so. So obviously, as you can see, it's just a slip fit. It doesn't bolt onto the tank. Here's the vent tube, so this just slips into the side of the tank, which in turn, that's why you have this O-ring. So we're going to roll the O-ring up onto the filler neck, like so. Now you can kind of see how it seats in, and then you push this in here, which that right there telling me that just doesn't slip in means it's going to be a nice tight fit. So we're gonna have to get the silicone out, make sure this thing slides in there all right, doesn't roll or pinch. Let's get the 57 back inside the garage and we'll put our tank in. All right, so we're under the driver's side of the car, back where the filler neck is. And first up, as you can see, it's covered in crusty 60-plus-year-old gunk. God knows what. I gotta try and get these two clamps off of this is not flexible now, I'll tell you that much, but this was the rubber flex part of the filler neck. So I gotta get those two clamps off, and then you'll see down here, this is the back side of a band clamp, and there's like a little exhaust style hanger above it, which holds the bottom side of the filler neck, because this piece we have is brand new, because the inside of this deal was rusted to crap when I looked in from that part of the hose or tube. And then I also found a piece of rubber hose I could replace this with. I did not order that. I knew I had a bunch of different size rubber hose, so cut something down that I found in the barn and put that there. But first things first, I gotta try and see if I can get all this stuff to come apart. And I'm gonna have to replace this rock solid, Jesus, it's bad, rock solid vent line. All gunk up here. All right, got it all chipped away. Let's see if, okay. Oh, yeah, it does have something on the back side. I couldn't even tell you it was a through bolt with all that gunk on there. Oh, ka-tink.
And then he snapped it.
It's actually perfect because it works out that it's a through bolt and not one of those clamps where the bolt is retained inside it. Now, let's spread apart. As long as the clamp itself is in terrible shape, which, you know, it's crazy to see the stuff that rots on these and then stuff like that with that clamp. Thick as can be, great shape. I'll be able to reuse it. Probably because it was covered in that whatever coating was on here. But wow, look at that, folks. Beautiful. Wow, clamp came off now. No, look at that. Well, now we can work on putting some new parts in. All right, first thing is before I go putting the tank back up, which I think is gonna be my next step, I'll blow out this fuel line, see if I see any leaks and or make sure there's nothing in it.
Come on. Up here.
It's a good sign. I don't see anything spraying out down the frame rail. And I'm hearing clear flowing air. Oh boy, tell you what, I just grabbed the parts I needed to do this little wire repair. Since blowing out that fuel line, this place reeks of stale gasoline. Big eyelet, you can see more of this crap, I don't even know what you call that, undercoating sprayed on everything, I guess. It's good, nice clean copper, no corrosion. Put our little ring terminal on there, crimp it. And heat shrink it. Oh yeah, good to go. Next up, we're ready for our fuel tank. Get all this stuff hooked up. All right, hope you guys don't mind this shot of the side of my head, but we're ready to put this fuel tank up. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hang our straps. So they get slipped into the crevice up there. As you can see, they kind of lock in down in place. Through the hole, down and locked. Oh, wonderful, my battery's dying. All right. We got our tank. Oh boy. Now comes the fun part of me getting this deal up in here. Should kind of sit into a certain spot. This is fun to do by yourself, that's for sure. Okay. Woo, buddy, one strap on. Strap number 2. That was interesting. Should be a little easier now. I don't have to hold the tank up. Whoa. So drop that in my face. Strap number 2. Look at that. Now, tighten this down. There it is. Fuel tank. Okay, so what do you think the over-under chances are of getting that fuel line lined back up? Trying to find the best way to get to it. My thought process was hooking it back up with the tank bolted in. Oh no. Oh no. Well, unfortunately, I ordered the wrong sending unit. All right, problem solved with our fuel line deal. Found a step down reducer from 3/8 to 5/16. Should I probably order the right sending unit? Yeah. Nah. I'm not that worried about it. This will do just fine. Now comes the fun part, is squeezing everything in there. Oh, that must be 3/4. Fits. I'll take it. And last thing. Very nice. So sending units all connected. Now we just got to complete this ordeal with hooking up the filler neck. Okay, there's the ticket. And in she goes. Rotate it this way. Can I push it a little more? Yep. All right. Bring it back out a little bit. Final piece of the puzzle besides the vent line. There we go. All right. Tank is in. Filler neck's in. Went with a clear vet tube I had left over from a remote fuel filler kit for my off-road truck. So yeah, gonna get this deal on the ground, put some gas in it, check for leaks, and fire the car back up, see if it works. All right, so I know it'll fire up because it's got fuel up in the bowls of the carburetor and there's a little bit in that filter assembly up there. Question is, will it stay running and draw fuel from the tank? Ooh, looks like we got a working fuel gauge. It was pegged out constantly before. Now I put like 2 gallons in the tank and it's reading just below quarter. Pretty sweet. Give it a pump or 2 and success. A little smoky in here. Burn like a kitten. Very nice. Well, now it'll operate on its own. No more fuel tank up under the hood. So that's a completed repair. More progress made with the 57 Bel-air. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Tune in for the next episode of In the Barn, coming at you soon.
And that's all, folks.